That's what I mean. Ferran Torres just hasn't been able to get into the game. We've seen a lot of the ball as well. He's either giving the possession away or just poor shots. Good closing down by Southampton's defence, granted, and there is full time. City are 14 points clear. A very hard fought win despite the scoreline. A sloppy performance, in essence, in terms of defence. I don't really know how to describe the game in general. I'm hoping you'll help me out with that.
Um, sloppy in places. I think giving possession away far too much. We scored 5 goals. We can't be too gutted about it. I think the refereeing and some of the referee decisions tonight were absolutely atrocious. I'd be surprised if that referee referees next weekend. I think he'll be dropped. Do you know what, mate? We scored 5 goals. I wanted a big reaction. We got a big reaction. It's just that we need to shore up that leaky defence, because if we carry on with that leaky defence into the Champions League, we're not getting very far.
No.
So we need to shore things up a little bit.
Who was your man of the match?
I think Mahrez still. I think Mahrez is brilliant. I think Foden had brilliant in the last 20 half an hour. But I think it's hard to get away from giving it to Mahrez.
There were three for me, four outstanding performances tonight, which is Mahrez and Foden, Fernandinho and Ederson for me. All four of them had a really good game tonight. And just to give you a line of the table, 68 points after 29 games, the goal difference of plus 40, which is 17 clear of United's goal difference, and we are 14 points clear at the top of the table. We only need 6 more wins in the title's ours.
6 more?
6 more wins.
Out of how many games?
We've played 29, so another 9 games. Provided no teams slip up, if all the other teams below us win, i.e. United. Still, there's still 9 games, so there is still a long way to go, and 6 wins needed. So, we're still counting out 3 games there, and I'm sure, I don't like the idea, but I'm sure we'll drop points somewhere else along.
Yeah, I think we will as well, pal. Let's not forget with this game, we've played a game more than everyone else now, so we're on 68 points. United on 54, Leicester on 53, Chelsea on 50. I think Chelsea are going to give Leicester and United a really good run for the money as well. We just need to get this game won against Fulham now, which is not going to be an easy game. It's not going to be an easy game at all. Where are Fulham in the league? They're 18th. They're doing all right though. I think they're doing okay, but when it comes to form.
When it comes to form, I still think it's quite even, personally.
Yeah, they could get out of relegation zone with a couple of wins. We need to be really careful. Really careful. It's winnable. Every game's winnable. If the best City team turns up, it's winnable. But we just need to watch their attack and their counter attack, and go from there. But yeah, cracking win to that. That's the win. I was really nervous about tonight's match. I'm so happy to have won.
And to win it. It was a goal fest, especially for the neutral. It was a good game for the neutral. But to score 5 goals as well. I know we conceded 2, but hey, we won 5-2, like you said. But to finally score more than 1 or 2 goals, because the past, 7-8 games have all been by 1 or 2 goal wins margins. They've not really been, what's the word I'm looking for? Convincing.
Yeah.
In terms of wins. Tonight, well, then again, we scored 5. It still wasn't really a convincing win, but to put 5 shots away, despite the amount of shots we missed off target as well tonight, there's still a lot of work and a lot of improvement needed in front of goal, especially after tonight. There was so many shots that were wide tonight. It was unbelievable. Yeah. I mean, from close positions as well. We're not talking about long-range shots that are over the crossbar. These were in the penalty box. And the shots were still wide. There was so many of them tonight that I could pick out. But there's still, we can't be too negative. 5-2 win, 14 points clear. You can't be negative really. But you can still see the positions and areas where there needs to still be improvement.
And one thing I have noticed is I can understand why Torres isn't starting games. He's just not ready. He's just not ready yet. When he came onto the scene a few months ago with Phil Foden on the wing and there's those two, I thought we had a world breaker on our hands there, and I've just not seen enough from him tonight to think that you deserve a starting space. What do you think?
Completely agree.
Do you agree?
Completely agree. He's, if anything, I'm being really harsh on him because I do like him. I was really excited when I knew we were signing him because I know what he was like in Spain, and he's done it for the past 2.5 years before City, and I know what he's got in his locker, and especially in Champions League this season for us, he's been instrumental in the Champions League. I think he was our second top scorer in the group stage. Um, and especially when we had the front three of Foden, him, and Sterling, you're like, hang on, if these lads can all play this front three regular, we're looking at the next 5, 6, 7 years of these three players scoring bang amount of goals. But tonight, when he came on, he had so much space, so much time, and he still gave the ball away at least 5 times tonight. And that's an area he needs to improve. He has got it in his locker, but I'd struggle to give him any more than a 2 out of 10 since coming on the pitch. You know, he did nothing but give the ball away in my eyes.
It's frustrating, isn't it? Are you expecting to see Rodri this weekend then, or do you think Fernandinho is going to keep the team, going to keep the placement?
I think it wouldn't surprise me, like you said, maybe Fernandinho getting a little nod in a couple of games. But again, like you said, I think it just depends on how he is game in, game out, because he is knocking on a bit now in terms of footballer. I do expect Rodri to come in. I think he just provides something a bit more control-based rather than win the ball defensively and get it up the pitch. I think he's a bit more passive, which I think is what we're going to need to focus more on Fulham, because tonight our passing, we gave the ball away too many times. We're too keen to get the ball up the other end of the pitch tonight for me. I think that's why we conceded the 2 goals we did, because we were too keen to get it up the other end of the pitch and we weren't picking out the right passes. I think have the right man like Rodri in there just to slow things down. A lot of people complain having Rodri in the team because it slows it down. I think tonight, if he was playing, the game would have been slowed down, but I don't think we would have scored the amount of goals we did if we didn't have Fernandinho in tonight, who was very good.
Yeah, he's all right. Tom Young is going to be joining us very, very, very soon, live from the Etihad to give us his impressions of it. But you know, I'm expecting him to be full of compliments for how we finished that off. Here he is. How we doing, Tom?
Yeah, guys.
How we doing, dude? You okay?
Yeah, a bit of a mad second half, that weren't it?
Bonkers.
A mad sort of 10 minutes. But yeah, job done. And yeah, happy days. 14 points, and we move on to Fulham on Saturday.
You still got your overwhelming confidence that nothing's going to stop this juggernaut of a team?
We can't lose it from here, can we? That was just such a strange sort of 15-minute spell that I don't really know what's what's going on. But no, to score 5 goals on the back of a dismal attacking display against United is very much welcomed. I think we could still be playing against United now, and we probably wouldn't have scored. So to grab 5 tonight is it's a great confidence booster for the forwards. And yeah, it'd be nice if Torres or Aguero could have nicked one at the end.
Yeah,
I think Torres had 2 really good ones there, and Aguero had half a chance which he struck well, but I think Torres needs a goal just as badly as Aguero does. He's looked off the pace sort of the last 2 or 3 times we've seen him play. But no, again, a good victory and another 3 points closer to wrapping up the Premier League.
Can I get your thoughts on our defence tonight?
I thought Laporte had a stinker, if I'm being completely honest. And I also think that Diaz looks a lot more comfortable with Stones alongside him than he does with Laporte alongside him. I don't know what it is with Laporte, because we've had this conversation that he was the reason that a lot of people gave for the fact that we struggled so badly last season, and on paper that looked like it was the issue. But whenever he's sort of played at the minute, this season, whenever he's come in when Stones has been afforded a rest, he hasn't really put in a performance that's made me think, yeah, you know what, we should be considering starting you over Stones. I think when we played Everton away, he looked shaky, gave the ball away carelessly a few times there, and again tonight gave away an unnecessary penalty. And yeah, positionally, he just didn't look fantastic tonight. Like I say, I can't see with performances like that how he's gonna work his way back into a consistent starting role. But I also think at the same time he's not a player who's going to be happy to sit on the bench and play a bit part role either. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him for the rest of the season. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think he did anything tonight or has done anything in recent weeks to make Pep consider a Diaz and Laporte partnership instead of Diaz and Stones. To be honest with you.
What formation? What team do you expect him to play on Saturday?
Who knows? I think we'll see Stones come back in.
Yeah.
Over Laporte, I think we'll see Cancelo come back in. I think we'll see Rodri play because I don't think Fernandinho. I don't think Fernandinho was bad tonight. I also don't think it was his greatest performance of the season. He looked a little bit leggy towards the end of the game there. I'm surprised he played the full 90. I think we'll see Rodri come back in for sure at the weekend. And again, as far as the front three goes, it's anyone's guess, isn't it? Mahrez has got to continue for me. I don't think you can take Mahrez out. I think De Bruyne didn't have his greatest game, but he scored 2 goals, which is huge for him confidence-wise. I think he's had something like 20 goal contributions this season, despite the fact people are saying he's not had a great season, which by his amazing standards he hasn't, or at least this side of his injury anyway. But yeah, I thought Bernardo didn't do an awful lot tonight, but again, his energy was present, and that's sort of what you're going to get with Bernardo, even if he doesn't play particularly well in terms of creating chances. He never stops running, and he's always there pressing. I thought Foden was unfortunate not to get himself on the score sheet tonight. I thought he looked lively, and he looked sort of at the heart of anything that was going to happen. It looked like Foden was going to be involved. So yeah, it's really a difficult one. As far as pretty much guaranteed changes, I think we'll definitely see Stones and Rodri back in. We'll probably see Jesus back in because Pep doesn't tend to leave him out too many games running. And he'll obviously, I mean, it's strange because he'll have one eye on the Champions League next Wednesday, but that's another one that you'd think is quite secure. But as we've seen, sort of with football, nothing's ever secure, especially with City in the Champions League. We've gave away 2-goal advantages before, and I'm sure we'll do it again at some point, just hopefully not next week. So we've got a lot of games coming thick and fast. And yeah, I expect him to make changes. I think he's made sort of 4 or 5 changes in 4 or 5 consecutive games now. We seem to have a completely different team out every time we play. So it's difficult. Fulham will be a difficult game at the weekend. They're playing really well. Obviously, they had a big win at Liverpool last time out, and they're sort of from nowhere got themselves back in the mix for to stay in the Premier League. And the way they're playing at the minute, I think I'd fancy them over a Newcastle or a Burnley or a side like that to stay up. So that'll be a difficult game, and we've struggled at Fulham in the past. So I'm not going there expecting us not to win the game, but I'm also not as confident going there as I was coming here tonight. So it'll be an interesting game. But yeah, I think we'll need Rodri in. And then apart from that, take your pick at who you want in the front three. Just as long as Mahrez stays in, for me, I think Mahrez has got to keep playing while he's playing like this, because he is a confidence player, Mahrez, more so than most in the side. I think when he builds up this head of steam and gets going, he's hard to stop. But equally, when he doesn't play well for a couple of games, it's hard to get him back going. So whilst we've got him in this rich vein of form, I know that Pep likes to rotate his squad, especially his attackers. But I can't see him dropping Mahrez out the side anytime soon.
Yeah, I agree with you. Phil Foden's been interviewed after the match. Speaking to Sky Sports, it was quite strange at times. Southampton started really well and made hard work for us. It was really important to get back on track, and fair play to Southampton. I thought they'd give us a really good game and a good try. I've been scoring a lot this season, so to get a couple of assists is pleasing. It's important to get back to winning ways. I thought we rolled our sleeves up and did well. On the penalty decision, he said, I'm an honest guy and I never like to dive. 100% it was a penalty. And yeah, I completely agree with you, Phil. It's a shame we didn't get on the score sheet. What do you think, Dan? Is he going to start on Saturday? I really hope he does.
2 assists merits it for me. Like I was saying, Fulham are very good defensively at the moment. I think we're going to need a bit of trickery and a bit of flair. I think Mahrez is a definite shoe-in as well, but Foden especially, just for the creativity that he brings. You know, we look a different team, even when we're on form with Foden in it. He just adds that, as well as energy, that bit of presence that David Silva had, like you were mentioning earlier, Tom, about the almost assist for him for Aguero. The way he picks up pockets of space on the turn and immediately is able to find the pass. Very few players at his age have been able to do that ever. And I don't think I've seen a player his age do it that well. He's got speed on top of that. He's got the acceleration. He's got the maturity about it as well, picking out the right pass. And he doesn't get frustrated. Like, he always wants to improve. If he messed up and given the ball away, instantly wants to win the ball back and create something again. So yeah, I think he's definitely got to start for me against Fulham. Definitely.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. So as we said before, 14 points cleared as of now. We played a game more than most. 6 games, 6 wins us the league. You know what I'm like, lads. I'm not going to do it until we're over that line. It's mathematically possible, but you know we just need to keep going and be professional against Fulham on Saturday. It's such a big game now.
Yeah.
What's your score predictions? Have you got any thoughts? We'll do a pre-game show, obviously, but what's your initial thoughts on how we'll take it and how we'll do?
Want a clean sheet.
I agree, 100%.
We've let in 4, 5, 6 goals in the past 4 games.
I think having such a solid defence to doing that is not the best, is it?
Exactly. So a clean. I don't care personally what the scoreline is, just as long as there's a clean sheet and we're on the winning side. But I still think it will be a very tight, contested game. So I'm going 2-0 City.
I'd like to say I think we'll keep a clean sheet. I don't think we will. I think Fulham will score. I think we'll win. I think we'll win 3 or 4-1. But I think Fulham will score because we're seeing holes in that defence at the minute that we haven't seen for a very long period of time.
Where's that come from? Why all of a sudden we've started conceding goals? Where is it coming from?
It's easy to say that Laporte is the reason, but he didn't play on Sunday, did he? I think when you give away back-to-back penalties in consecutive games, it's not great. I think I'd love to see the stats on who's given away the most penalties this season, because I can guarantee you, if not top, we're right near the top of the list. Because I can think we gave away 2 against Leicester here alone. That's 4 I can think of in the last sort of, just off the top of my head, and teams don't give away an awful lot of penalties. And I bet you Tom's looking on Google now to try and pull it up. But I can guarantee you we're somewhere near the top of the list on penalties conceded, because we did give away. We give away 2 against Liverpool as well, so there's 6, and that's just from me tallying. So, if we can avoid giving away penalties, that'd be great. But no, I think Fulham are in. The thing is with Fulham, which will suit us, is they won't come and sit behind the ball, because you never do. They come and try and play football, and we play better against teams that do that. Well, I say that we got beat 2-0 by United, but that was an anomaly. But yeah, we play better against teams that will play football, and that's exactly what Fulham will try and do on Saturday. And I think we'll have too much quality for them, but it'll be a good game. And I also wouldn't be surprised if Fulham got a result against us either. So who knows?
City have given away 7 penalties this season. 7 penalties.
Is there any?
I'm just trying to look now, trying to find the stats on by the clubs.
I got 6. Who was the 7th we gave away again? I thought of 6, but I can't think of the 7th.
Kyle Walker's given one away. Jesus, Garcia, Diaz, Laporte, and Mendy.
United won it.
So Kyle's given away 2. I need to find. I'm trying to get me around.
Kyle was against Liverpool and Leicester both here. I'm trying to think who the other one was, but I'm not going to be able to get there.
Which is the one Garcia gave away?
Against Leicester in the second half.
Jesus
was United.
Mendy?
I can't remember. Mendy?
Tonight with Laporte.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna bug me, that, and I'll figure it out when I'm in the car on the way home, and I won't remember who it is, but or I'll tell you who it is, and first one to get it wins a prize.
We should do that as a prize, wouldn't we? Right, lads, let's wrap this up. Another good victory. We march on. Leaky defence. Hopefully we can sort that. I think like we said, if we can get a clean sheet on Saturday, I think we'll win the game, because I think we'll score. But the clean sheet's going to be key for us. And yeah, lads, anything else to add before we go?
Shocking decision.
No, just try to think about that penalty. But that I'll get it in a minute as soon as we go off, I'm sure. But yeah, good win, and yeah, the title charge continues. Back on track anyway. Back on track.
Awesome, lovely. Thanks for joining us, lads. Thank you for watching, everybody. We'll speak to you soon.
See you in a bit, guys.
Cheers, guys. Bye bye.